organic, unpredictable, unknown, lovely, beautiful, a sense of fulfillment. This is part of the pleasures of life and not the chores of life.
Coming up today in this live Friday edition of Daily Iowan TV, a new poll has been released in Iowa. Find out who is ahead in the race to the White House. And we give you an update on construction in Iowa City.
An update on the Iowa basketball team, as well as a look at a new gymnast coming in sports.
All that and more coming up. Daily Iowan TV starts now. Good morning and thanks for tuning in to Daily Iowan TV. I'm Ryan Scott. There are only 11 days until the election, and a new Quinnipiac poll shows Clinton has eliminated Trump's lead in Iowa. Now Clinton and Trump are in a virtual tie with 44% of likely voters polled support for each candidate. This comes as today Clinton holds a Women Win rally in Cedar Rapids, and just hours after Trump will also hold his rally in Cedar Rapids. This will be Trump's first visit to Cedar Rapids as the GOP presidential nominee. Stick with Daily Iowan TV for more full election coverage. 35%, that is how much of Iowa's electricity comes from wind energy. A report from the American Wind Energy Association, Iowa has increased its percentage of electricity that comes from wind turbines. Iowa is now the first state to generate more than 1/3 of its electricity from wind energy, and Iowa now ranks 3rd in the country for its number of wind turbines operating in the state. Iowa generates more power from 3,000 turbines. We have an update on Iowa City construction. Work vehicles may interrupt traffic on Sycamore Street and Lower Muscatine Road as work continues on a new landscaping project. Workers will be installing trees on the Sycamore Street Parkway between Lehman Avenue and Highway 6. The work will continue through the end of December. And construction in downtown Iowa City is coming to a close. The Washington Street project is set to finish this Sunday, October 30th. If there is one thing that students at the University of Iowa know, it's that walking is an essential part of university life. But what does such a simple fact mean for Iowa City? Daily Iowan's Chris Cervantes reports.
Monday, October 24th marked a rather interesting day for Iowa City. At 6:30 p.m., people flooded into the public library to hear the words of Jeff Speck, a city planner and urban designer who came to explain the importance of a city's walkability.
Today is just Iowa City, and I can focus on tonight. I can focus on the downtown and other parts of your city proper.
While the expert opinion is greatly appreciated, some wonder, what exactly does walkability mean? To put it simply, walkability is a measure of how friendly an area is to walking. But that's just scratching the surface. Jeff Speck delved deeper into the real meaning of it and how it affected the Iowa City community in particular.
It's the disappearance of the useful walk that is directly responsible for the morbidity of our society. I've decided that there are 4 things that the walk has to do. It has to be useful, it has to be safe, it has to be comfortable, and it has to be interesting.
It is currently unknown how this talk will change Iowa City, but with city council members in attendance, we can only imagine what will happen in the coming months. Reporting from the Iowa City Public Library, this is Christopher Cervantes, Daily Iowan TV.
Lately, the weather in Iowa City has been very cloudy. Let's send it over to Sam Edelman in the weather studio to see if these clouds are here to stay. Sam, what do you think?
Well, Ryan, it looks like clouds will be sticking around for a few more days. This afternoon will be partly cloudy skies with a high of 75 degrees. At night, the temperature will drop to 68 degrees. Saturday morning will be mostly cloudy skies with temperature of 62 degrees. And now for your 6-day forecast. Sunday, we will be clear skies with a high of 62 degrees and a low of 49 degrees. Monday, partly cloudy skies with the weather warming up with a high of 78 and a low of 56. Tuesday, clear skies are expected with a high of 68 degrees and a low of 51 degrees. The rest of the week, we can expect showers and cloudiness. And that's all for your weather this week. Back to you in the studio, Ryan.
Thanks, Sam. Tensions rise in North Dakota as protests continue over the Dakota Access Pipeline. Enforcement officers dressed in riot gear began arresting protesters blocking construction. Officials report some protesters threatening and throwing rocks at officers. Protesters also tried to hinder law enforcement by parking their cars on the highway near the site and slashing tires. So far, officials are not aware of any serious injuries to officials or protesters. The plan for a new look to Kinnick Stadium is officially in the works. Iowa Board of Regents approved the plan for the $89 million renovation to the stadium. Daily Iowan reporter Ben Collin has more on how the change will shake up game day.
It's been 10 years since the last major renovation at Kinnick Stadium that added the press box and upgraded the south end zone. The next round of renovations will completely overhaul the north end zone, an area that hasn't been changed since 1983.
For those people that are non-students that are season ticket holders in that area, it will change their experience significantly.
The intentions for the renovation? Upgrade the game day experience.
I think that anything that we can do to really enhance the game day experience, not only for the players but for the fans as well, is really important.
The renovation adds a new way to watch the game.
If the game's not great or the weather's not great, you can go in and really makes that experience desirous for people.
Upgrades to luxury seats just starts the list of changes. The north end zone construction will include a second deck of seating, an increase in restrooms, more concessions, outdoor club seating and box seats, new video boards, and more concourse space. The section of stadium behind me will take on the look of the press box and the neighboring skywalk. The most noticeable change to the stadium will be the modern twist on the historic look. The entire project is expected to be done by the year 2019. At Kinnick Stadium, Ben Collin, Daily Iowan TV.
Although Iowa football has a bye this week, there is still a lot to talk about in Hawkeye sports. Alec Giannakopoulos is standing by in the sports studio with more. Alec, what do you got for us?
Yeah, Ryan, Iowa football needs a week to recover after a loss, but Iowa men's basketball is just a week out from their first game of the season. Although this will be considered an exhibition game, the team is ready to get this season started. The biggest question going into this season is how can the team build chemistry so fast with so little time as they only return one starter and welcome in a whole bunch of freshmen.
Defense is all about effort, you know. The defense shouldn't have been too much of a transition for anybody here, and I think we're all doing a pretty good job with that, at least individually as a freshman. But offense, you know, just like I said before, it's the pace of the game that changes. So just being able to make plays, you know, within our offense, within the pace of the game is really picked up for not only myself but all of us.
There's 6 of us coming in, and technically 7 with Isaiah being a freshman redshirt. So there's going to be mistakes made. We know that, but like I said, it's just got to take it from the big picture and realize those mistakes and learn from it.
It's different. I mean, it's the best chemistry since I've been around since I've been here. So, I mean, off the court we're great. On the court we know when to have fun and when not to. And once coach blows that whistle, we tune in and get ready for it. So.
Another unique thing about this crew is that all of their bigs are rotating in and out. None of them really have a set spot, but we'll get more on that next week getting up to their first game. With men's gymnastics right around the corner, eyes are on sophomore Rogelio Vasquez, who looks to build upon his freshman success. Liv Corbett has more.
Gymnast Rogelio Vasquez is one to watch this year after not only placing in the Big Ten championships, but also the NCAA championships as a freshman. As the competition season approaches, this talented sophomore has set the bar high.
Expectations probably for myself are to compete all around. It's been a goal for me ever since I came in. Most of all, I just want to contribute for the team as much as I can. And as a team, I want to win. So anything we can do to win, that's what I want to do.
He's just got a fun sort of training environment, personality that comes out. He loves gymnastics, which goes a long way in this type of environment. He works very hard. He's got really beautiful gymnastics. He's got some cool skills that he does. It's just unique. He's got a lot of very unique skills. And so anybody who brings that sort of fun, determined attitude into the gym, it pulls everybody along with them. And so he's certainly figured out his place on this team at this point, you know, halfway into his career at Iowa, and he's starting to inspire the younger guys, which is a lot of fun to see.
Vasquez may be inspiring others, but he finds inspiration in older sister Andrea, who competed for the Ohio State gymnastics team up until last year.
I started gymnastics because of her. I don't remember saying this to my mom, but my mom always told me that. I watched my sister when I was little and said I wanted to do this. So that was one thing. And then watching her when I was older, she was a great gymnast herself, and that kind of just pushed me, like sibling rivalry. Always seeing her in the gym always wanted to make me be better.
Rogelio and the rest of the team will continue to prepare for competition as it approaches, beginning with the Windy City Invitational on January 14th. Reporting for men's gymnastics, this has been Olivia Corbett with Daily Iowan TV Sports.
Iowa softball welcomes back a familiar face, and Aaron Erickson has the story.
Blank with a long drive to right center field, and that's the Bandits winner!
With 2 seasons under her belt in the National Fast Pitch League, Megan Blank is already making a huge impact for the Chicago Bandits. And now, during her offseason, she's decided to make a return back to Iowa softball.
It's been awesome so far. Just being on the other side of things, I know the system really well.
During her time back, she wants to impact the program in a unique way.
I feel like I can kind of bridge the gap between the players and the coaches, because I was once in their shoes. The fact that I'm still a player and I played for them, you know, it all comes full circle, and I kind of have a unique perspective to give.
The 4-time All-Big Ten shortstop finds herself in an unfamiliar position, caught between the fine line of former teammate and now coach. She is no stranger to Iowa softball's current roster.
When we played together, I always knew that she had my back, being at third and her at short, and having her be a senior. She took me through the drills and through dailies and really took me under her wing.
Being on a team with her is a lot different than her coaching us, and I feel like now she's able to provide insight that she wasn't able to before because she was focused on her own playing, but now she has a lot of experience, and it's weird being a junior now and having her my coach, but overall I think it's been really beneficial for the team.
I was a little skeptical at first, and I've loved it. She's giving us new terminology, using her experience in the pros and overseas, and it's really been beneficial, I think, thus far.
I think they still respect me, you know, as in this leadership role, like just the same as they respected me, you know, as an upperclassman. We were on the same team. So I think, you know, there's still, you know, a time and a place like to just go have lunch and catch up. But when it's time for softball and when I'm in this like kind of professional role, that line won't be blurred.
Reporting for Iowa softball, this is Aaron Erickson, Daily Iowan TV Sports.
No football this weekend as the Hawkeyes take a break, but our reporters are still out there in the field as the Iowa volleyball team will host a couple of nationally ranked opponents over the weekend. We'll have a full recap in our Monday morning show, but until then, Ryan, back to you.
Thanks, Alec. The largest marine protected area has been declared in Antarctica. Representatives from 24 countries and the European Union agreed to protect the Ross Sea in Antarctica. This declaration protects about 600,000 square miles from fishing for the next 35 years. Environmentalists believe this is the first in many declared protected zones yet to come. That is all we have for you today on this live Friday edition of Daily Iowan TV. Be sure to pick up today's copy of the Daily Iowan or visit our website, dailyiowan.com, for all the latest news. I'm Ryan Scott. Thanks for watching.